What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. I'm gonna do a short stream probably. I just wanted to react to the new Nintendo Direct that come out at this point yesterday. I didn't get to watch it because I was at work, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to react to that. Let me swap down. Yeah, I think I've already got it pulled up. Yeah, I'm about to react to the Direct and talk about it. I haven't seen it. The only thing I know that was spoiled for me by a friend was that there's going to be a new Splatoon game, and I don't really know anything about it other than there's going to be a new Splatoon game. But yeah, I'm about to start up the video. It's really loud in my headphones. Jeez. So I got the old one ear in, one ear out thing. Let's see what's going on here. Not actual gameplay footage. This is Xenoblade Chronicles. Is it getting a new DLC? Ooh, is it getting a new DLC?
One day, Pyra just disappeared.
Is it getting a new DLC? And like, nothing against the English voices, but God, I hated the voices in this game when I played it. I had to play it with the subtitles and Japanese voices. So is there gonna be a new Xenoblade Chronicles DLC? Zekinator!
I couldn't find her anywhere.
I love the Zekinator. He was my favorite character in that game. He was a boss. I need to beat that game. I never beat it.
She vanished off the face of all rest. Without a trace.
Is there gonna be a new
Where have you gone?
Please tell me it's a Xenoblades
I'll find
DLC.
you, whatever it takes. This is where you were. Pyra!
Sorry, Rex. I couldn't tell you. Because I got an invitation to join Smash!
What the fuck? Really? Ooh. Okay.
I thought I was gonna be in Smash.
Just sit back and leave it to me, Rex.
Should have been Zekinator, but alright.
Hold the power of the Aegis.
Ooh.
Smash Flare!
Why don't you smash it?
Ooh.
Flame Nova!
Alright.
Revolt! Blazing End!
That's genius!
Ooh.
You're pretty much owning them, and these are seasoned fighters.
There are no pushovers!
Really wish it would have been Zeke. I would like to see more Xenoblade Chronicles characters, actually.
Talk about a tight spot. Mithra? Let me handle this.
What? What? Get fucked, Link. That's cool.
Mithra!
Cutting it close, huh? Hey, were these guys planning on winning?
I wonder if is it gonna be like a Belmont character, or is it like
Lightning, Buster!
what?
Photonic! Ray of Punishment! Chromodite! Foresight!
But no Zekinator. Wait, was that like Witch Time? That looks fucking cool.
You two can swap between each other, really?
Serious fight.
That's super cool. So it's like P-Trainer.
Nothing can stand our way!
I wonder.
Spectacle, aren't they?
Wait, Ramps?
That's so cool.
Mind if I watch a while?
That's so cool.
Oh, look, our friends are here. And there's some more.
Oh, they should have made Zekinator an assist trophy.
I'll lend you a hand.
Sacred Arrow!
That's cool. Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Sure did! Witness our power!
That's cool.
Shulk?
Shulk.
I never expected expected to see you two again. Well, now that you're in Smash, I won't go easy on you.
Fighting words.
Beat his ass.
We're fighters too!
Okay, that's cool. Xenoblade Chronicles. Nice. Was not expecting that. Was honestly expecting them to do a Xenoblade Chronicles like DLC when I first started it. Kind of bummed that that's not what that was, but at the same time I'm really hyped because like the Smash roster is getting insane. Like it's so big right now. Like I don't think I've ever played a fighting game with a roster that big before. Like it's ridiculous. It's nice to see them putting more Xenoblade characters in there.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while.
It has
I'm
been a
Shinya
while.
Takahashi from Nintendo.
From Nintendo.
Last year, we delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations.
Yes.
However, we haven't been able to present a Nintendo Direct in this style for some time.
Yeah.
I'm happy to share this Nintendo Direct with you all today.
You know, speaking of like coronavirus and stuff, I felt like doing these mini directs would have been a lot easier than doing a full-blown thing because they wouldn't need to be like there wouldn't need to be as many people in the studio, you know, filming and stuff. Like cameraman, sound man, like a few people, social distance, you know, and do these mini directs, like. But I mean, it's cool. Like I don't know if this is the first one of 2021, but this is the first one that I've seen. So I think this is the first one that they've done this year so far. But I'm hoping we get a couple of more of these mini directs with like more Switch news because I'm really excited to see what 2021 holds for the Nintendo Switch.
We appreciate your continued support.
Continued support. All right.
Okay, what you just saw was the reveal trailer for the newest fighter in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, Pyra and Mithra. They originally appeared in the Xenoblade Chronicles series as Rex's 2-in-1 ally. Please look forward to seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I am
This fighter
excited.
releases in March, so we hope you'll stay tuned
Ooh, so
just
next
a bit
month?
longer. All right, let's continue
I wonder
with our
when in
first
March,
batch
though.
of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Please give us Fall Guys. Oh, is Fall Guys just finally coming to the Switch? It's weird that it wasn't a Switch game before it was a PC game. Because it feels very much like a Switch game. Ultimate Knockout. It's so weird that this is just now becoming a thing. Like, I really.
Toward greatness when Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout comes to the Nintendo Switch system summer 2021.
Why wasn't it already on the Switch? I just don't understand. It is totally a Switch game.
You have 22 minutes before the solar system is destroyed. Venture into the vast reaches of space to uncover the
Outer
secrets left
Wilds?
behind by an ancient civilization. You have 22 minutes. After that, the sun will explode and the solar system will be annihilated.
Okay.
However, everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring while retaining information you gathered.
Ooh. Okay. So like a survival
By repeating
exploring
these
game?
cycles, you'll gradually unravel the mysteries hidden in the universe.
I don't.
What messages will you discover? How can you prevent the sun from exploding?
I don't know if I will
Why
get
is the
this game.
solar system trapped in an endless time loop?
It's neat concept.
Find out
But-
when the critically acclaimed Outer Wilds launches on Nintendo Switch summer 2021.
I've never played it or seen it.
Put your sleuthing skills to the test in 2 classic murder mystery games.
Ooh.
Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. 2 deep cuts from Nintendo history are coming to North America for the first time.
Famicom Detective
Localized
Club.
in English and modernized for the Nintendo Switch system. Suspense, drama, and
Reminds
twists and
me
turns await at every corner.
very much of like
You'll be on
Phoenix
the
Wright.
edge of your seat as you dive into these deep narratives set in Japan. In one game, you'll solve a complex murder case surrounding a wealthy family in a haunted village while dealing with amnesia.
Ooh, that looks
That's
fun.
not the only case to crack.
There's a girl who stands behind. Okay.
In the other game, you'll investigate a supernatural rumor after a mysterious death to free students from a sinister nightmare. Interrogate suspects and hunt for clues to piece together these chilling conundrums. Can you figure out who the culprit is before it's too late?
That could be cool. That actually looks really cool. Seems creepy.
Uncover the deadly truth in Famicom Detective Club,
May
The Missing Heir,
14th.
and Famicom Detective
Oh,
Club,
games
The Girl
sold
Who Stands
separately.
Behind. Coming to Nintendo Switch May 14th.
I wonder if they're going to be 60 bucks a
Pre-orders
piece.
begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Wonder how much they are.
A new age of battles begins.
Okay. Is it Dynasty Warriors? Is it Samurai Warriors? Nobunaga. Okay, what is this? Samurai Warriors 5, yeah. Okay.
The latest entry in the Samurai Warriors franchise is coming to Nintendo Switch. Dive into the history of the Sengoku period as the series now shines the spotlight on Nobunaga Oda and Mitsuhide Akechi. Character designs and visuals have been revamped for this installment.
Okay.
Unleash high-octane moves in electrifying 1 versus 1,000 battles.
It's Dynasty
In
Warriors.
Samurai Warriors 5, slashing its
Like, I love Dynasty Warriors, and I love Samurai Warriors, but, like, at the end of the day, like, the hack and slash repetitiveness is what gets me. Like, I can't do it for long. Like, okay, so, example, Dynasty Warriors Gundam is by far my favorite Dynasty Warriors game, because it's Gundams, but even with that, like, I can only play it for so long before I'm just like, okay, this is the same old animations over and over and over again. So we'll see. I probably won't pick this game up either.
way onto Nintendo Switch, summer 2021.
So that's coming out this year.
The vast world of Fadiel
Ooh.
beckons.
Is this some sort of RPG?
After 20 long years, Legend of Mana featuring remastered HD graphics is coming to
Yes.
Nintendo Switch.
This is, I want this.
You'll set off on a journey to find the mystical mana tree
Love
seen in
me
a
some
dream.
Square Enix RPGs.
Before discovering the world map is empty. During your travels, you'll acquire special items called artifacts.
Ooh,
Place
so you
them
can
on the
build
map
it?
to bring towns, dungeons, and other lands to life. It's up to you on when and where to place artifacts, as well as how to advance the
That's
story.
fucking cool.
Join forces with characters, each on their own personal
I want
quests. Square off against fearsome monsters.
That looks so good.
Or take a break from adventure and rest up at home.
Scary pumpkins.
The music has been rearranged for this enhanced version, and you can alternate between the new arrangement and the original soundtrack.
I
Other
will get
features
this
have
game.
been added, including the ability to turn off enemy encounters, as well as the new minigame Ring Ring Land. Legend of Mana will launch on Nintendo Switch
I want it.
June 24th.
That's a pretty ways away. It's actually a long way away, but I'll definitely get that game. That game is definitely on my to-do list. Monster Hunter? New Monster Hunter. It's gotta be Monster Hunter. What else would it be? It looks cool. It looks really cool. That's cool. Ninja.
Elder, I have important news.
So it's finally beginning.
Go assemble the villagers. 50 years ago, Kamura village was attacked by the Rampage and Magnum Malo. And we suffered some devastating casualties.
How can we fight against that?
Our hunter's about to face the biggest challenge yet!
It's gotta be Monster Hunter.
No! We can't lose this gauge! Pull yourselves together! You're not getting it!
Let's go, everyone!
Go rampage somewhere else!
You listen
Big.
to me
Yeah, we
now!
got a hammer.
Here it comes! Watch out for the apex! Do
Damn.
not let it pass!
Apex. Pretorius.
The rampage. How long do you think it's going to last?
Forever. It's gonna last forever. Monster Hunter Rise. That looks pretty cool.
Inoa, we should start preparations right away. We're here to offer assistance. We must stop the calamity!
March 26th. Another game coming out pretty soon, actually. It's like a little over. Ooh, that Switch looks fucking cool, actually. Ooh, and that Pro controller.
That was the latest trailer for Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom.
Really?
How
I
will
never
our
would've guessed
heroes
that.
fare against these ferocious monsters? Stay tuned for the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series,
It looks
launching March 26th.
good. It looks really good.
Next, please take a look at this.
I want them to show Pokemon Snap. Mario Golf?
The fairway is open once again. Tee off in the latest installment of the Mario Golf series, coming to Nintendo Switch.
Eh.
Study the wind and terrain. Take
yeah.
your time to think things through. Then swing.
Nah, I'll pass.
Enjoy golfing with familiar Mushroom Kingdom
Not,
characters on courses filled with lush, natural
let me-
scenery.
Let me back that up a little bit.
Use time to think things through. Then swing.
Show me the characters again.
Enjoy golfing with familiar Mushroom Kingdom characters.
Yoshi.
On
Is he wearing a pimp hat? If I ever played this, I don't think I'd buy it. But if my friends got it and they wanted to play, I would definitely play Waluigi.
courses filled with lush,
like a pimp.
natural scenery.
Looks like a total
Use features
pimp.
on the greens, like a shot gauge, to see how your shot will curve due to slopes. And a scan that lets you examine a course's terrain.
Cheating.
These features can help you ace your shots.
Cheating.
In addition to button controls, you can also use motion controls by holding a Joy-Con controller like a golf club. Gently swing
Cool,
the controller
yet
to have your
gimmicky.
character swing in the game,
I mean, that's the
letting
whole
you
deal of the
easily
Switch.
enjoy
is the
the
Joy-Cons,
sensation of golfing.
but nah.
On top of all that, there are several modes with new elements that truly bring the heat to Mario Golf,
Wait,
including
what?
this one, Speed Golf. Here, it's always your turn. Everyone tees off at the same time, then you'll race through the course to reach your ball. Give it another whack to get it closer to the hole, then keep going. Outpace your opponents to come out on top. Your golfing skills aren't the only things at play.
But why?
Make use of dashes and special shots to beat the competition.
But why?
Oh, did we mention story mode?
Oh,
As a me
God.
character, you'll start out as a rookie and develop your golfing skills while interacting with various Mushroom Kingdom characters. Level up with experience points earned during matches. Then, allocate points to different
Nah,
stats,
I'll pass.
allowing you to develop your character however you'd like. You can also use your me in versus play. Put your golfing skills to the test when Mario Golf
Nah,
Super
I'll
Rush
pass. This
swings
is not
onto
for me.
Nintendo Switch June 25th. Pre-orders
June
begin on
25th.
Nintendo eShop after this presentation.
Nah.
The latest game in the Mario Golf series adds new gameplay for multiplayer modes, as well as the familiar golf gameplay with easy-to-learn controls. Please look forward to this game on Nintendo Switch. Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Talk about Pokemon, please.
Check out these games coming to Nintendo Switch.
What's coming to the Switch?
Return to the unforgiving world of Pandora in Tales from the Borderlands. Play as the Hyperion lackey Reese and the quick-witted con artist Fiona as you
Meh.
set out to recover a mountain of cash.
Meh.
Set between Borderlands 2 and 3, this game includes all 5 episodes, filled with classic Borderlands humor. Gangsters, bandit lords, and vault hunters are just a handful of the obstacles you'll encounter in this choice-driven narrative adventure. Embark on a wild ride when Tales from the Borderlands launches on Nintendo Switch, March 24th. 32 of Capcom's most beloved arcade classics are coming to Nintendo Switch. Rewind gameplay, adjust game speed or difficulty, and select from a variety of display options to relive that sweet arcade goodness. Get 1943 The Battle of Midway for free, then purchase game packs or the standalone Ghosts and Goblins add-on to build your collection. Local co-op play is also available. Scratch that nostalgic itch when Capcom Arcade Stadium
Fighter
launches
2?
later today. Brains. As a zombie, you just
Stubbs
can't
the
get enough of
zombie.
it. In this action game from Aspire,
Shit.
you'll build your zombie horde and take revenge on the city
I
by
forgot
turning
about this
humans
game.
into your undead allies. Replenish your bodily arsenal of sputum head, gut grenades, and more during your grisly mission. This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse eats its way onto Nintendo Switch March 16th. Pre-orders begin today on
So
Nintendo eShop.
stupid. Alright. What else?
It's Travis Touchdown versus Assassins. Wait, aliens?
Travis Touchdown.
Aliens have invaded Earth. Hold up, is this even the right game? Anyway, after annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over and now host an intergalactic superhero ranking tournament to decide Earth's fate.
Here we go.
As the crass, beam katana-wielding assassin Travis Touchdown, you'll need to fight
Wait.
your way to the top to save the world. Hey, not so fast. To enter each boss fight, you'll have to do some odd jobs around town and earn enough to pay off the entry fee. You'll then face off against a slew of unusual opponents. Most of them aliens with some crazy tricks up their sleeves. Study their tactics carefully to gain the upper hand in combat.
What is this?
With a new and improved Death Glove, you'll
Like
have access to
fever
a variety
dream
of
I'm
deadly
watching.
skills that can be customized and upgraded before each match. The fate of the world is at stake, so get ready to kick some, whatever aliens
I
have that
want
you can
that.
kick. Anyway, it'll all make sense
Is
when
that
No
the
More Heroes
fucking
3
Akira
lands on Earth.
motorcycle?
Or, you know, Nintendo Switch,
I want
August
it.
27th.
I want that.
Exterminate demons in heaven.
As above, so below. Why do they need assassins in heaven? To do someone's dirty work.
It's fucking Stephen Blum, one of my favorite voice actors. Okay. Look up. Sacrifice of hearts. Okay.
It's kill or be killed. You won't last long if you can't rely on yourself.
This could be cool.
God's judgment has nothing to do with it.
Neon white. I might give that a try. That looks pretty neat, pretty interesting.
Uncover Heaven's mysteries in Neon White, coming to Nintendo Switch, winter 2021.
That looks pretty interesting.
The DC superhero girls are here to save the day.
Hi, everyone. My name's Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl. I'm always inventing new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and Bathook. This is Supergirl. She's super strong and has heat vision, plus super breath. And let's not forget Wonder Woman, an Amazonian warrior who wields the lasso of truth.
Was that Optimus Prime?
Along with our friends Green Lantern, Bumblebee, and Zatanna, we fight evil supervillains to keep our city safe. But we're not just about the super life. We also have our school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull moment at Metropolis High School. Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping downtown with my besties. Ooh, and maybe take some photos to share on Superstar Post while we're at it. Hey, I got a comment already. Nice. Ooh, and I definitely want to hit up Sweet Justice later.
Sweet
Uh-oh,
Justice.
something really bad is threatening the city. No one could have seen it coming, but when justice calls, you can count on us to answer no matter what. We've just got to make sure no one figures out our secret identities.
DC Superhero Girls Teen Power heroically soars onto Nintendo Switch June 4th.
That's actually coming up pretty soon. Well, not really soon, but...
Ready the juice cannons and prepare for battle.
What is this? It's like some weird Plants vs. Zombies thing. Battle for Neighborville? Well, I already know I'm playing as the corn. Like, what else? Who else would you, other than maybe the cactus, who else would you play as? You gotta play as the corn. Yep, playing as corn.
Who will join you in your adventure? Hint, anyone can. Band together on a quest to face evil and save faces. Miitopia is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Miitopia?
Cast me characters in various roles across the kingdom. Turn your favorite people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord Stan.
Makeup has been added as a new feature in this game. Glam up your Miis and get them ready for adventure. There's also a new wig feature, letting you go wild with your Mii creations and make them even more fabulous. In the world of Miitopia, relationships are key. So consider spending some quality time with allies to strengthen bonds. This can give you an advantage during battle.
Nah. I think I'll pass on this one too.
If your relationship's sour, though, things might take a turn for the worse.
Beat her ass.
Whoa! You can have a horse as an ally?
Oh my
That
god.
sounds pretty darn good.
Ugh.
Care for it, and it'll lend a hand, or
Cringe.
poof, in battle. Venture with friends and familiar faces in the lighthearted romp Miitopia, coming to Nintendo Switch May 21st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo
Meh.
eShop.
It is what it is, I guess. Not really my cup of tea.
Super Mario-themed items are coming to your island.
Alright.
Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary-themed items are coming to the Animal Crossing New Horizons game.
I don't see a Waluigi
Familiar
skin
items
on there.
like the Super Mushroom and the Question Block can be ordered in-game as furniture items. So place them however and wherever you'd like.
I don't even have Animal Crossing, and I want this.
You can also place 2 warp pipes.
Oh, that's cool. Bwamp, bwamp, bwamp.
Then use them to travel between locations on your island.
I do want this.
Hey, why not try recreating the Mushroom Kingdom?
But you can't recreate
A
the
free
Mushroom
update for the
Kingdom.
game launches February 25th. After downloading it, Super Mario Bros. Items will be available via Nook Shopping starting March 1st.
How long do you have to buy
Keep an
them?
eye on the official Animal Crossing Twitter account for the latest information.
Like, I wonder how long you have to buy them after the update comes out. Or if there's
We
going to
hope
be
you
a
continue
permanent
enjoying
edition.
life on your island.
I don't own Animal Crossing, but I would get it for that. That's actually really cool. But there's no Waluigi skin, so that kind of sucks.
How was that? These collaboration items will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary events. Please wait a bit longer for their release. Speaking of which, last week, we had the global launch for the Super Mario
Mario World
3D World
Bowser's
plus
Fury looks
Bowser's
cool.
Fury game. We hope you enjoyed that Mario adventure as well. Next, we have another game to show you.
More Mario? Pokemon? No, this is not Pokemon. What is this? What is this? Is this a Square Enix game?
He leaves us no recourse. Swords!
What is this?
S-Frost will answer for its crimes today.
Are these the wages of loyalty? Raised earth and burnt corpses.
This looks
You and
like
no other must decide how we proceed.
this looks like
You are
Octopath
a
Traveler
leader
in a way.
and must be the beacon others look to when the night is darkest.
Together with these fields, today you burn.
Octopath Traveler 2?
I promise to do all in my power to see us
Ooh,
through
a
this
tactical
safely,
RPG.
every last one of us.
Project Triangle Strategy. Okay.
Far, far away lies the continent of Norzilia, comprised of 3 nations and limited deposits of salt and iron. The constant feuds among the nations over these precious resources eventually ignited into a
Okay.
great conflict known
want
as
it.
the Salt Iron War. Though the hostilities ceased with an uneasy truce, decades later the flames of war threatened to engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers that would orchestrate their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
It looks really cool. Battle system.
In
Yes.
this new tactical RPG, battles take place on terrain with different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and their equipped weapon. The range can be extended by attacking from higher ground with long-range weapons, such as bows and arrows. Thus, your forces can use the terrain and
It's like a mix of, like, reminds me of like Vandal Hearts or Final Fantasy Tactics and the graphical style of Octopath Traveler.
other elements to gain the upper hand. An enemy outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack, but also a powerful blow from the ally positioned behind the enemy.
What have we here?
You have a dead person.
Charge into an enemy to send them flying into position for a follow-up attack. We win. Link attacks together by first casting ice magic on the flames to create water terrain. Then
Then cast
electrify
lightning.
the area with lightning magic.
That's cool. That's fucking wicked.
It is of the utmost importance to survey the battlefield
That's
before
cool.
taking action.
I definitely want this. Choices and consequences.
Throughout the story, you will be faced with making important decisions in a variety of situations. Utility, morality, liberty. Collectively, your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Estrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies toward your favored cause. The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
That's so cool.
So they refused to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see
That's
what true
really cool.
might is.
That's a game I want.
Project Triangle Strategy, a brand new tactical RPG
Triangle Strategy.
from Square Enix will launch in 2022.
2022.
Please be on the lookout for more information in the future.
And it is a Square Enix game.
After this presentation, a demo version of this game will be available to download on Nintendo eShop. And in the future,
What?
we'll conduct a survey to gather.
They said demo. I'm gonna go download that. Or at least go check it out on the store. My battery's about dead. My battery's at 6%. I probably won't even get this downloading before my Switch dies. I just want to see if it's on the eShop. Ah, there it is. Triangle Strategy. Yep. It's 1.6 gigs. Yeah, I'm gonna charge my Switch up and I'm totally gonna grab that. That looks really, really, really wicked. Hopefully better than Octopath Traveler. I wanted to like Octopath Traveler, I never did. I never could get into it.
Player
Let's continue
feedback.
on.
We look forward to hearing your responses
Oh,
on
you
the
will.
demo.
You most certainly will.
Please look forward
badass.
to future updates on this brand new tactical RPG from Square Enix. Okay, let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Yes. Pokemon, please.
Calling all hunters. Do you have what it takes?
What? Star Wars game? Like a MOBA? Auto chess? Lightsaber? Star Wars Hunters? Well, that told me nothing.
Star Wars Hunters is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this third-person shooter coming to Nintendo Switch in 2021.
Well, that still told me nothing.
All right, Sal. Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City interviews, take one.
We all play for different reasons.
Korgan loved battle. Korgan used many weapons. Triple-bladed war axe, spear of misery, Hades' soul-devouring crossbow.
A princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck up in some tower waiting for a hero.
In my line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
This?
Flaming longsword, blade of doom.
This game is brought. This stream is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. What is this? I don't really understand it.
Just once, I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my hands.
With this crown, I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Look, it's simple.
Korgan want new weapon.
In Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets. Woo! Come get some! That's it.
crazy
Yeah,
here?
princess, here.
Let's find out what sound your face makes.
I don't understand.
Incoming! Be the ball! Be the ball! Catch me!
Roger that. Heads up, Your Highness.
Eat this!
Be the ball!
Lost it! Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers. Okay, team. They may have won the battle, but not the war.
Hey, can we redesign our characters? You're not a team if you're not wearing a uniform.
Max, this is a war zone, not a bloody fashion show.
Pass to me.
It looks
What?
interesting.
Interview's over. Oh, come on, man. One more game.
Knockout City.
The fight for survival starts now.
Hang on tight, because you're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series
Worlds
comes a
End
fight for your life, literally. Disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park, the 12 of you, known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
I don't want to die yet.
Okay.
Sorry to scare you all, but the game is canceled.
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country that blends side-scrolling action with suspenseful narrative.
The one behind the whole game of fate.
As you make your way back home to Tokyo, you'll alternate between working solo and teaming up with the group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in
switched
World's
out.
End Club, venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May 28th.
Me. Kind of.
Wield the powers of Olympus with the physical release of Hades.
Ooh.
Hades, the critically acclaimed dungeon crawler and recipient of multiple Game of the Year awards, is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch. This version comes with a couple of extras to assist you on your journey out of the underworld. The first is a PC download code for the Hades original soundtrack. It's packed with 2.5 hours of blood-pumping
bitchin'
music
soundtrack.
composed by Darren Korb, known for his work on previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion.
It's got a really good soundtrack.
The second is a 32-page full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the game's vibrant cast of gods, ghosts, and monsters, all by Supergiant's art director, Gen Z. And let's not forget the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating action paired with a compelling story. Escape the underworld again, or for the first time, with the physical version of Hades on March 19th. 3 deadly action games, 1 masterful collection. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge are coming to Nintendo Switch as the action-packed Ninja Gaiden Master Collection.
Games are hard.
You are the legendary ninja Ryu Hayabusa, fighting against a great evil with battle skills that are second to none. Wield an arsenal of killer weapons, each offering a playstyle with different set of lethal skills, along with ruthless ninjutsu to swiftly take down enemies. Quickly gauge your opponent's movements while unleashing fast and frenzied combos.
Damn.
And team up with other super ninjas in your quest to fulfill your destiny. All previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are included. Revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection slices its way onto Nintendo Switch summer 2021.
It's neat, but I don't think I'm gonna get it.
More
Hyrule
battles are
Warriors,
coming to Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity.
Alright. Okay. Let's check the time on this on the server. Excuse me. Expansion pass. what all you got with that, but
There's even more coming to Nintendo Switch. Bravely Default 2 is almost here.
Alright, yeah.
4 Heroes of Light will soon
Definitely
embark
excited
on
for
a
that.
journey to restore the crystals.
Most
Use
of
the job system to
Squeenix
develop your
games I'm
characters
excited
and
for.
master the Brave and Default commands to emerge victorious in
Definitely want
turn-based
that.
battles.
I live to fight.
Veterans and newcomers to the series can enjoy this brand new story on February
Bravely
26th.
Default was really good. I like the
A
first
new
one lot.
trailer for Bravely Default 2 will be revealed
I
following
got the
this
demo
presentation.
For it. I haven't played it yet.
The game can be pre-ordered on Nintendo eShop. An updated demo is also available.
I got the demo.
The
haven't
latest
played it.
installment in the legendary Ghosts and Goblins series comes to life. As the brave knight Arthur, you'll unleash weapons, spells, and skills to battle monsters across challenging stages within the demon realm. Local co-op play is also available for the first time. Help Arthur in his quest with one of 3 supporting characters.
Co-op.
Barry for defense, Carrie for transportation, or Archie for bridges. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February 25th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
I wonder if it's still like insta-death.
8 protagonists, 8 captivating
Saga
journeys.
Frontier
Saga
Remastered.
Frontier has been remastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories. With the addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Acellus, Saga Frontier Remastered is an adventure not to be missed. The game launches April 15th.
The art style's really weird, but could be fun.
Apex Legends is storming onto the Nintendo Switch system. This free-to-play battle royale features a growing roster of powerful contenders named Legends, strategic combat, cross-platform play, and more. All players on Nintendo Switch can get an all-new Legendary Pathfinder skin, and 30 free levels for the Season 8 Mayhem Battle Pass. Plus, for the first 2 weeks after launch, earn double XP when you play on Nintendo Switch.
Oh, wow.
Fight for fortune, fame, and glory when Apex
Okay.
Legends enters the fray March 9th.
How's it going so far? There's still a little bit more to show you
A
in
little bit
today's
more.
Nintendo Direct, so we hope you'll stick with us.
What more can
Next,
you show me?
please take a look at this.
Hello there. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
This is the Skyward
I'm sure a lot
Sword.
of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year. For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer. While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Skyward Sword. That Zelda game I never played, honestly. So many lips. It's just an HD remake. Skyward Sword HD. Yep.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold 2 Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick. Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally, just tilt the stick in the respective direction. Here's
Cool.
something else we've been working on.
That's really cool.
Specially
Ooh.
designed Joy-Con controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while
That's
the left
cool.
features a Hylian shield motif. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself.
That's cool.
We hope that people who played the original game on Wii and those playing it for the first time will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
Okay, couple of things about Skyward Sword. One, I didn't ever play it when it came out because I didn't have a Wii. And two, those Joy-Cons look fucking sick. But what I'm afraid is going to happen is they're going to be scalped like a motherfucker because they're probably going to be limited release or like, you know, some shit like that. People are going to buy them all up and scalp them and sell them for a shitload of money. So it'd be nice to get a set of those, but I don't think I'm going to get them just because they're going to probably be expensive, and they're going to be even more expensive because they're going to be scalped.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD
July
launches
16th.
July 16th.
I'm kind of impartial on the Skyward Sword thing. I love Zelda, and you know it's cool to see all the games being ported over to Switch, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably get it.
Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local retailers.
Those are going to be so goddamn cool, but they're going to be so expensive. I would bet money that my buddy Link Shadow is going to pre-order this game if he hasn't already done it. Those Joy-Cons look sick, though. Like, oh man, these look really good. Even the cord on the, like, the cord that goes around your wrist is, like, special. It's, like, blue.
Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran. Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well.
I will, more than likely. Like, I'm almost positive the Link Shadow is going to pick this up and I'll be able to play it at some point or another.
Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Well, what did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized
whole
for
direct?
Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls
that's
and button controls
almost
by
the end of it.
tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today. Please take a look at this.
Be something cool, please. Pokemon related, hopefully. Oh, this is Splatoon 3. Like I said at the beginning, this was spoiled for me. But this is the trailer for Splatoon 3. Really excited about this. This will be a game that I will 120 billion% be picking up when it launches next year. I think they said it's coming out in 2022. This will be a game that I get for sure. This game is going to be fun as shit. Ooh, character customizer. That's cool. Is that a companion? little buddy's turn. Gotta go with that fourth haircut. They didn't even show off all the haircuts. Is that a fucking bow and arrow? Is that a new weapon? That looks fucking cool. I haven't played Splatoon in a hot minute. Like, since the last time I played it was the Ninja Turtles Splatfest. Alright, what we got here? Needs more Splatoon-esque music. Alright, we gonna get some gameplay, or is it just gonna be like this little trailer? I'd like to see a little gameplay, honestly. The 3 looks so angry.
What you've just seen is the latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3. This game is scheduled to launch in 2022, so it'll be a while. We
Yep.
hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time.
Oh, I most definitely will be staying tuned. I'm actually super fucking excited for Splatoon 3.
Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch. A variety of games are in development. And we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Alright, so that was the entire Nintendo Direct. So, some games I was excited about. All the Square Enix games. Definitely excited about those. Super excited about Splatoon 3. Kind of excited about Zelda. Definitely excited about those Joy-Cons. No More Heroes 3. Monster Hunter. There were some pretty good games that they revealed. So yeah, I think that's it for the stream, guys. I just kind of wanted to hop on. I haven't streamed in a while. I've had some stuff going on. I was just going to hop on, do a really quick, I'll say quick, but I've been streaming for like an hour and 15 minutes. But I just kind of want to hop on, do a quick stream and kind of talk about the Direct a little bit. I'm pretty excited about it. Definitely going to be picking up some of the RPGs that were shown. I'm definitely going to be picking those up. Gonna go get that triangle strategy. I'm gonna go charge my Switch and grab that demo here before I go to bed. But I appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out. Hope you guys have a fantastic night, evening, afternoon, daytime, whatever time it is, wherever it is that you are. I hope you're all having a fantastic one. And I don't know when I'll stream again. I'm working on getting all of this set up and, you know, trying to get everything set back up to start streaming again. Probably won't be using this headset. I was just too lazy to hook up my old microphone, just because it was kind of a pain in the ass to get to the back of my computer when I can just plug this one into the top. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that stopped by. Hope you all have a fantastic one, and we'll see you on the next stream.